Hey guys, welcome to my long-awaited artist studio reveal. So like 10 months ago, I teased the fact that I was going to be showing you guys my artist studio. It took a while for it to all come together, but here it finally is. I'm so excited to show you the space that I paint in. It is literally just off of where I photograph in. It gets so much wonderful natural light. I am so thrilled with it, and I hope you guys are too. So I'm going to jump in and show you guys all the little aspects of it. I do actually all my computer work at the side desk here. I also end up doing most of my box wrapping and weighting on there. I have a scale set up, and I can go through all my photography aspect, like all the photography stuff I can do at this desk as well. I have my daughter's art displayed and some other art pieces that are really important to me. And my son made me this little thing. I don't know what it is. It's clay though, and it has a little frog on it. I love it. And a mouse pad that my husband bought me of our cat who passed away a couple years ago. And of course, my iced coffee. Can't get through work without coffee. So this is my painting space. I do all my painting. I will film videos for my course. If you want details about the course, I'll have it in the description box below. It's reborn.course.com. And I do a lot of just basically like updates, pick updates I'll do in here as well, because it does get a lot of beautiful light. And it took me forever to get my old art paintings hung up. I'm still using that same IKEA chair that I've had for literally years. And I have a washable rug just underneath my desk just to keep the space clean. This was not our original plan for the house. I originally planned to be working in the basement space and kind of turn it into an inventory area as well, and the lighting just wasn't good enough for photography, so I ended up here instead. And speaking of lighting, I have daylight bulbs in my fixtures. That way lighting, or the colors, are always true to life while I'm painting, even if I'm painting at night. And these are the 5 little heads that I actually just sent home and did the detailed video of yesterday. So there they are in progress as I was working on them. And they were all drying. Their glue was drying and curing at the time. And they're just hanging out there. And I actually scored this beautiful watercolor at a thrift store. I don't know who painted it, but I really love it. And my dying cat palm. And now for how I arranged my painting desk. As I mentioned, I finally got my art hung up, which I had in my old studio space. And I have this cute little caddy for all my brushes, because I've really managed to amass a lot of brushes and paints in the now 9 years that I've been painting and reborning, which I cannot believe that I just hit my 9-year anniversary. That's just crazy, surreal to me. And of course, my mediums, my brushes, my sponges, my gloves, and yeah, these beautiful paintings that I got and framed, and my old painting clock that has literally never worked since I bought it, by the way. And my paint jars. And of course, all of the limbs of the babies that you literally just saw ready to be sealed. And then a bunch of my trays, and I got literally almost every single one of my dishes thrifted secondhand, and all my textured in mottling sponges and my regular sponges, which I keep in there to keep lint off them, my air dry paints, my sealants, and a little bit more of my air dry mediums. And this spider plant that my cats seem to really love eating. And I have this little section here along the side of my desk just for keeping all my COAs. And if you're a reborn artist, you know storage is everything. And speaking of, because we moved, and we moved a great distance, we moved across the country, so we really ended up moving with as little as possible, and this space requires so much storage. So I ended up going with this as a storage option so that I could keep everything sort of tucked away and really organized. So this is my boys section with boys' clothes and outfits ready to go, and props, and my glass beads also fit in here, and my diapers as well, but it just keeps everything super organized. And then a drawer filled with little extras like booties and socks and mitts, and there's my kitty. And then all my fancy prop outfits as well in the bottom drawer. And then I have a little space for keeping my rooting stuff, some more pens, some of my daughter's art, and some of my other favorite art as well. And then I have a bunch of like hair care items ready to go. And then this other side is my girl section with all my girl outfits. The upper shelf has the props that are girly props for my photo shoots, as well as beads and stuff for making pacifier chains and rattles and all those little extras that I like to send home with my babies. And then another drawer with little onesies and tights and stuff like that. And then my fancy prop outfits in the bottom drawer. And then that just keeps everything super organized. I don't know about you, but reborning is chaos all the time, so keeping everything super organized and neat and sort of tucked away and helps me be much more productive than I otherwise would be. And honestly, this whole setup just made everything so much easier in terms of storing everything. And I got baby Kay out. She's sitting there. That's my kitty cat Fiona, who likes to just try to investigate everything. She's literally the epitome of curiosity killed the cat. So yeah, I've got my little baby set up, and I like to use both of these chairs for my photo props and for any like progress pictures without doing it like a full photo shoot. And a lot of my desk goodies are up here as well, including my glasses, because I can't see to root anymore. I'm literally that blind now. Thank you, aging. And in this little, I don't know what they even call this, it's like a dining set or whatever, I keep all my reborning supplies for putting together my babies. Zip ties and bodies and felt and those connectors for like the full body babies. And then I just keep hair supplies, some of my felting supplies, some thinners, and my glass eyes and stuff like that go in here. This also keeps it safe away from, we now have a puppy, so she gets into things too. And even though she's not really allowed in this room, I'll show you guys her at the end of the video. I like to keep everything that could harm her out of her way. And just my glass beads and bodies. And I keep a lot of my other storagey items up here, like my just bits and bobs, I guess. And in these two little built-ins that I have, I've actually managed to store away all my sculpts that I have. So this is the inventory I mentioned in my last video, which is all available for custom. So if you are interested, you can check out the link below. I will have a direct link to that section that shows you which sculpts those are. And there are two, so it manages to store a lot of sculpts. It keeps everything super organized as well. Yeah, I just love this feature of the house. And then of course I've just got a bunch of my books and special items to me, as well as like some things that my daughter made me. That painting by Michael Wellen used to be in my painting space, but now I'm going to be hanging it. I still haven't gotten most of these on the wall yet. I blame having rented for so long that I am sort of like, oh, I don't want to put it up on the wall. And then of course we got everything set up for Christmas, which ended up being perfect for a lot of my holiday photo shoots in this space. And yeah, as promised, this is my puppy. Her name is Mindy, and she's almost a year old. She's not quite ready for this room, but she does love to sit on her little bed and hang out at the Christmas tree. And my painting space basically looks directly into my photography space. So this is my photography space. It's looking super chaotic because holiday order rush time. And sweet Fiona just hanging out, wanting to go into the sunroom where it's super hot and warm. And when I was filming this, I actually managed to find this at a thrift store. I cannot believe it. And it works too. Such a fun prop. And now I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a montage of some of the little features of my creative space. Enjoy. And just because I think this is crazy wild, this baby is one of the first babies I ever made, and Quinlan is one of the babies I just made. And I literally can't believe how they look alike and yet so different. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this little studio space tour of where I paint my reborn babies. My cat is never going to give up until she gets in that sunroom. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.